Hello, nice of you to join us on Newsroom series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Today we'll take our focus to the southeastern zone of the country. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the top stories making the rounds at this hour. At least 19 people have been abducted by bandits who attacked Mani village in Rido ward in Chukun local government area of Kaduna State in the early hours of Thursday morning. Among the victims include a nursing mother with 4 children, young persons and an infant. Although the police authorities in Kaduna State are yet to confirm the incident, a youth leader in Rido community, Zakaria Musa, told Channels Television that the bandits stormed the community in large numbers while the residents slept, started shooting, and later moved from house to house to abduct people. In another incident, bandits attacked Danhunu, New Millennium City, also in Chikun local government area, where they abducted a nurse and her 3 sons. The attack came barely 2 months after 2 journalists were kidnapped by bandits in the same community and were released after 1 week. Security agencies have not responded to the recent upsurge of attacks, but local sources told our correspondent that the bandits invaded Danhuno 2 community at about 10 p.m. on Wednesday and scared the residents with gunshots before taking away some people. The abducted woman was later abandoned inside the bush due to her ailing health, but the bandits went away with her 3 children. Over in Imo State, even though there's no scarcity of fuel or long queues in the state, the premium Moto Spirit PMS is being sold at the rate of 1,100 naira per litre, while some even sell at the rate of 1,200 naira per litre. Residents are groaning over the hike in the price of fuel, and they are appealing to the government to pity the masses and reduce the pump price of fuel as it is affecting the cost of living and of transportation.
I bought the fuel at the rate of 1,100. The thing is affecting us because it is not allowing us to get passenger. We are not making any money because any money we make used to go for buying fuel. At least let them bring the fuel down for us so that it will help us.
1,100 naira buy fuel now. So I'm not feeling happy at all because now Imo bus where they drive. When I buy fuel 1,100, buy 4 liter, 4,400 naira. When I go and come back, the fuel don't finish. Just the gain where I get just little something. I'm not feeling happy at all. How to eat safe now wahala because of the cost of the fuel.
Still in Imo State, the federal government is collaborating with the state's Ministry of Digital Economy and E-Government to train primary and secondary school pupils between the age of 6 and 16 years on digital and technological skills. Speaking to newsmen during the training in Owerri, the Imo State capital, the Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, Chimezie Amadi, says the program is in line with the state's government's drive to train the young ones early in digital innovation and skills that will aid them in the 21st century. Our correspondent Yitokwe Kutei reports.
Catch them young. This is the aim of this gathering of young persons between the ages of 6 and 16 years. This program tagged Build FM is being put together by the Federal Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy in collaboration with the Imo State government. Designed to expose Imo young population early to technological and digital skills through different platforms that will create solutions and address challenges in day-to-day life. According to the Imo State Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, they have been trained in software and hardware skills, which includes coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, critical thinking skills, and problem-solving skills.
It's a program that is quite designed by the ministry and its partners like Raspberry Pi and Scratch, to expose these little kids to technology and how to leverage technology to solve everyday problems in our society. The kids in the few months they've been here, they've learned how to become solution providers, innovators, and using technology, adopting technology, and working collaboratively to solve everyday problem. So that is why they are here today, to learn about science, technology, innovation, and mathematics.
While some parents laud government for coming up with this initiative, some of the pupils expressed joy over what they've been able to learn within the period.
I want to say a very big thank you to the government. I want to say a very big thank you to the governor, His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodimma. This program is beautiful. I hope it will continue. I hope it will continue on holiday periods. Bringing up this will be wonderful again.
The state government says that the first phase of this program winds down. The second phase will begin during the next holiday season.
We head over to Anambra State, where the Public-Private Community Partnership, PPCP, of the state government is getting all it needs to support in the education sector, as 250 indigents have been offered scholarship. Another private individual has offered to put brilliant students as part of measures to revitalize education in the state. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma Ude, is asking well-meaning Anambra people to key into the PPCP initiative. During the event, while commending Mr. Ignatius Aguwo for his sacrifice, calls on all other well-meaning Anambra people to key into the PPCP initiative. In a similar development, the senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District, Senator Victor Ume, as part of his constituency project, has also catered to the tuition needs of 223 indigent students to ensure they do not drop out of school.
Please celebrate yourself one more time by giving yourself a...
Over 200 indigent students from Anambra State fill up the International Convention Center in Awka, the state capital, selected as beneficiaries of a scholarship scheme which forms part of the Anambra Education Revolution.
The IG Agro Health and Academic Foundation was established with a clear vision to bridge the educational gap and provide opportunities for talented and deserving students to achieve their dreams. We firmly believe that education is the cornerstone of a prosperous and equitable society. It is the key that unlocks the door to a brighter future, not just for individuals, but for the entire community and our nation at large.
I bring you loads and loads of felicitations.
For the Commissioner for Education, who represents Governor Soludo, the government is doing a lot in the education sector, but more will be achieved with private sector collaboration.
On behalf of every single child in Anambra State, on behalf of every family that you have touched, every life that you have touched, I thank you. Today, he is giving another 250 scholarships, bringing it to a total of 670.
When you give somebody education, you are giving a future to the person. Not only indigent, but indigent of the best brain. That's how the people you see here. It is well selected by best brain education contest.
Elsewhere in Awka, the Anambra Central Senatorial Scholarship Scheme is also being disbursed by Senator Victor Ume to cater to the tuition fees of 223 indigent students, but brilliant tertiary level students from the senatorial zone for the 2023 to 2024 academic session.
We selected 223 students, brilliant but less privileged students from the 58 communities in Anambra Central Senatorial District. We gave them criteria. The students must be brilliant and they will not have rich parents, so that this money will be useful to them. And for the first year, 2023-2024 academic year, we have gathered here to pay them this money, 37 million naira in total. All the students got their full tuition with some extra to support them.
The recipients, who are all accompanied by their parents and other relatives, expressed their joy at the gesture.
I picked up a second degree in nursing science after I finished my first degree at Anambra University. and came out with a first-class degree at zoology. So I decided to go for nursing, but I didn't have the capacity to do that.
Children of physically challenged parents are not left out as they laud what they describe as a kind initiative. The state government says it is elated that sons and daughters of Anambra State are taking up the challenge of making a change in the state's education sector and in other areas of development to make Anambra a livable home state.
Still in Anambra State, ahead of the September 28 local government elections, the state's Independent Electoral Commission has met with security chiefs to ensure credible polls. The meeting held at the Commission's conference room in Awka, the state capital, where representatives of the security agencies and the states were all in attendance. The session focuses on strategic security plans to tackle insecurity and ensure the elections are safely conducted in highly sensitive local government areas. Meanwhile, the Commissioner of Police in the state hopes for a seamless conduct of polls.
There's no way we can go on with this election without the security. There's no way. So that is why we're here today. Let's have a heart-to-heart talk and know how we can move forward. So the Anambra State will have less confrontations and less problems and less houses in the field. We'll go out for the celebration on 28th of September 2020.
Our plans, we are drawing strengths from the police, the army, the state services, the civil defense, the road safety, the correctional service, immigrations, customs, the drug law, and then volunteers, if we have, like Red Cross, Manowar, because we use them. Our intendment, of course, is to have at least 2 persons from security in each polling unit. That's like the lowest. But if we have the resources, 4 will be better. And because we have units where you have more than 300, 400, 500 people. So if we can't have up to at least 4 people managing crowd control and security, it will be tough.
Over in Ebonyi State, it's a significant milestone for the state government as the newly elected chairman of the 13 local government areas of the state have been sworn in, as the state governor, Mr. Francis Nwifuru, tasks them to focus on human capital and infrastructural development, adding that prioritizing the well-being of the people will create a more prosperous and sustainable state. Governor Nwifuru gave the charge during the inauguration ceremony of the newly elected local government chairman at the Ecumenical Center in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital.
Their duty is not to get somebody down. Their duty is to get people up. That is their duty. Train them, empower them, and make them to be men. So I want you to be very much ready to service our stakeholders at the local government. Let the social media put it that governor said their job is to service the stakeholders. Yes, that is what the governor said. Their job is to service the stakeholders. The stakeholders comprises the youths, the elders, the women. So you must service them. So that is their job number 1. Then number 2 is infrastructural development. Infrastructural development. We've not gotten to the success stage. We are still at the growth stage. And we are not rushing, and we shouldn't rush. Because if you rush and get to the success stage, then you find it difficult to stay there. So remember, we've not gotten to the success stage. As you are embarking on infrastructural development, be prudent, be assertive, so that you get everything right. I know a lot of things will confront you, but once you are sincere, God will be there with you.
You're watching Newsroom series on Channels Television. Still ahead, we'll bring you the latest state to accommodate the new minimum wage. Stay with us. Welcome back. Still in Ebonyi State, the state governor Francis Nwifuru has approved the payment of 70,000 new minimum wage to civil servants of the state. The governor disclosed this while speaking to a group of journalists at the new government house in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital. Governor Winfrey noted that the 70,000 naira minimum wage is not a salary increment, adding that the new minimum wage entails the least payment of a worker is 70,000 naira and not the entire workforce. He further directed the state head of service to draft modalities for the payment of the new minimum wage. The governor also restated his commitments to adhere strictly to the Supreme Court ruling on financial autonomy for local government councils.
What I said clearly is that there's difference between minimum wage and salary increment. That is what I said. And I said that the law of the National Assembly, that's the Act of the National Assembly, made on the issue of minimum wage is 70,000 and is binding on everybody. And I said Ebonyi will pay that 70,000. As from the day the head of service and the civil servants agree on the formula they present to me and present it to me, then we'll pay. What I said again, as regard to levels, I said there's minimum wage is not salary increment. And it's not as if 70,000 is going on top of everybody's salary. It's not possible. That is not what minimum wage is all about. Minimum wage is the least amount of money each person gets as wages. So that is what I defined as minimum wage. And I think that is what the Act said. The Supreme Court have ruled that they want local government to have financial autonomy. So definitely we agree. And I said that Ebonyi will obey that Supreme Court ruling.
Over in Enugu State, Governor Peter Ambar of Enugu State is assuring residents of Abankpa that dualization of the Abankpa market roads to Okwi, Nsukka to ease human and vehicular movement in the area will soon commence. The governor was speaking when he visited the area to commission some completed road projects, which was named after music icon Mike Ejega. He further says his administration has awarded contracts for infrastructure development in Abankpa.
We're not done yet. If you have followed our event, you'd notice that just recently, we also awarded contracts for construction of 141 urban roads. And I can tell you that Ababa is also not left out in that 141 roads. Very soon, we're going to commence the dualization of the Ababa Market Road. We're going to dualize that stretch all the way to Nsukka. That contract has been awarded and work will soon commence. I want to assure you that the commitment we made to serve you with every fiber of our being can never be lost on us. And we're going to work for you with everything we have. We're going to make you proud.
The Abia state government has announced the revocation of some land title documents in the state due to non-compliance with the August 30th, 2024 grace period given to the public to submit their title documents for recertification. Addressing newsmen in Umuahia, the Abia state capital, the Commissioner for Land and Housing, Chaka Ikenna Chukwumerije, said the policy was aimed at proper planning and cleaning up Abia's land records for optimal management and administration. According to him, the state has withdrawn allocations in government layouts within public servants at Barakuma Mini Layout, BC Layout, and Valley View Estates Phase 1 and 2 with immediate effect.
Following the expiration of a grace period, any title documents not submitted for recertification shall no longer be accepted within the ministry or agencies, and this includes the planning authorities, until submitted for recertification. The ministry is now verifying documents that have been submitted and has activated the invalidation of titles for transactions until they are recertified. Additionally, allocations within government layouts shall be withdrawn for default in the terms and conditions of the offers, which includes non-development. Between now and the end of the year, Abia State will be moving forward on new estates coming on stream and also opening up of new layouts. The federal government also has its presence in Abia, and Abia is one of two southeastern states that are part of the Renewed Hope Housing Estates. The Federal Housing Authority would also be breaking ground on lands that has been handed over to it by the Abia State government.
Still in Abia State, the House of Representatives Committee on Power has called for collaboration between the Federal Ministry of Power, electricity distribution companies, and Masters Energy Metering Company, all in a bid to boost power and bridge the nation's metering gap. Speaking during a visit to the nine-man committee to the Master Energy Industrial City in Isukwa local government area in Abia State, the committee, led by its chairman, Honorable Victor Nwokolo, said as part of the oversight function of the Representatives Committee on Power would be to push for broader legislative support to ensure that metering companies' efforts to supply locally manufactured meters are utilized by electricity discos.
The visit will go beyond the House Committee on Power, that I'm going to relate what we have seen and our observations to the Chairman, Senate Committee on Power. And we'll also go to the Minister to let him know what we have seen. Why are we doing this? So that all hands will be on deck to see how this people can be patronized. Of course, by NEC regulations, they are not selling meters directly to the people. And we need to discuss with other discos. And we look at a way of policy. What do we do to go into an arrangement where the man who is producing meter will be guaranteed that if I'm giving you meter for 2 weeks, after 2 weeks I'll get my money, because most discos, like they do complain, we don't have money to purchase meter. Now, if we're giving you 2 weeks of grace to say, okay, sell and return our money to us, then what arrangement we have to ensure that 2 weeks becomes 2 weeks if they have minimal support from the government by connecting them to the national grid. Anything we can do to connect them, I think they will not have anything that will be a bottleneck to them.
On his part, a major stakeholder in the energy sector, former Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oga, renews calls to improve infrastructure and legislative backing for local industries, especially in the southeast.
They need to create an enabling environment. They need to be liberal, and whatever that is obtainable in Lagos, Abuja, is obtainable in Southeast. They make things available for resources available for people, especially within this region. When you are an investor within this region, you should be appreciated by government, supported by government in every area, not just those that are in the urban cities. Hinterlands where you have the crop of the people should be supported. And I believe that if government can give us power, water, even housing opportunities, we will appreciate that.
We switch over to the fight against vandalism. In combating vandalism in Ebonyi State, the NSCDs, the operatives of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Ebonyi State Command, have arrested 4 suspects involved in vandalizing borehole drilling equipment worth millions of naira in Ezza South local government area of the state. The 4 suspects and others involved in various crimes were paraded at the State Command headquarters in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital. The Ebonyi State Command of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps have paraded 4 suspects involved in vandalizing borehole drilling equipment worth millions of naira at a mining site in Ezza. While parading the suspects and others involved in various crimes at the State Command headquarters in Abakaliki, the State Commandant, Willie Elijah Etim, stated that the operatives on surveillance arrested 4 suspects, while another suspect is at large.
We are here today parading some 5 suspects, 1 at large, for vandalism offense. 4 persons vandalized borehole drilling equipment in the site, and they were arrested. The villagers on surveillance drew our attention, and they were arrested. One of them is still at large. Materials vandalized worth over 1 million naira, and they have been vandalizing that site, that mining site, for years. The community is tired with these ferocious activities. We also have another vandal who went to the local government secretariat, and then he's been vandalizing until our men accosted him. We have the other one who also went, that one is in the market union invited our men to pick him for not cooperating with them in what they do. On getting there, our men discovered that he's a hemp trader. He trades on, illicit drugs, marijuana, and we're able to arrest him. And he has a shop there in the main market, selling other items, pretending to be selling those things. Meanwhile, underneath he distributes drugs, illegal drugs. And so in the Ebonyi state, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps under my watch is out to flush the state of miscreants and protect lives and property.
And that's it on Newsroom series for today. I'm Dominic Iriwu. Stay safe.